Everyone, here's a very easy exercise you can do, or technique you can use to get the wisdom inside the emotions that we feel, the wisdom and the action steps of what the message is that emotion has for us. So when we have an emotion come up, and it's usually the ones we don't tend to like, so the more turbulent ones, the more difficult to work with, they don't feel that good. If they don't feel that good, we want to understand what the message is pretty quick. And from my experience, when you understand what the message is of that emotion and you start doing the action step of what that emotion just gave you intelligence about, the emotion tends to rebalance. It doesn't go away. It just rebalances in your psychology, because all our emotions are normal. That's what our society does not want to accept, that all our emotions are normal. It's the unhealthy expression of different emotions that generally becomes the problem, that become behavioural problems. Problems for you and problems for other people and problems for society at large. So, for example, so a way to do it. So anxiety, a lot of people feel anxiety. That's a normal thing. Anxiety is a fear of the future, usually. The wisdom of anxiety is it's the actual wisdom detector. So when you feel anxiety, if you feel into it, it gives you insight about things that you need to do to rebalance your life, or some problem you have, some answer for how to rectify a relationship issue or a conversation that needs to be had, a boundary that needs to go up somewhere, a movement you need to make. And it's usually something you feel a little bit scared about making. So moving towards anxiety, and especially moving towards fears, expands you. Okay, they're the pathway to big liberation and freedom of certain aspects that you normally feel trapped by. So how to do it? So people often feel anxiety in the solar plexus. So if you're feeling anxiety in that area, different emotions can live in different parts of your body. So if it's anxiety in the solar plexus, you're imagining a ball in that area, like a sphere, and you put inside the sphere the anxiety. So it has a place to be looked at, to have a place to hold space for, and that's what we're doing, holding space for the emotion. We're meeting it and not trying to push it away, not trying to release it, because you can't release something that's you. So we want to meet it so it rebalances in the psychology. So I'm being aware of that area, the sphere with the word anxiety and the feeling of anxiety, and we're allowing the anxiety to be here. And we're asking two questions. The first one, what is the wisdom that you have for me? So you're talking to the anxiety, what is the wisdom you have for me? And you get maybe a message, maybe not. Keep feeling into it. And the next question is, what is the understanding that I need to have about anxiety right now? Why are you here? What is the understanding that I need? And you feel into that. You may get an answer, you may not. And with practice, you get more reliable answers as well, by the way. And the next question is, what do I need to do to work with this energy right now? What's the action step? So it might be, I need to have a chat with someone who's giving me some issues, who's caused me a lot of drama in my life, internally. The anxiety might say someone's trying to cheat you or manipulate you. It's like, okay, but you feel afraid of conflict. That will make sense for the anxiety to be there. So we learn how to negotiate conflict with someone. Get help, get support with it. So especially with the more tricky emotions, we need to get support. So that's a technique. So when you feel it in your body, so it might be your anger. Where do you feel anger in your body? It might be in your head, might be in your neck, might be in the shoulders, in the arms even. It may be you can't find the location of anger in your body. So you put a big bubble around your body, like you're in a big ball, a sphere, and putting the word anger and letting the feeling of anger be in the sphere. Because we're working with the aura, and the aura changes big time when people get angry. It's one of the things that's scary about it. It becomes a bit electrical. So we're just letting the anger be there, and we're asking the bubble or the field, what am I angry about? You may get an answer, you may not. With practice, you will. And the next question is, what do I need to do Where do I need to direct this energy for my greatest good? All emotions are useful, and when you go into them like this and meet them and not push them away, when you push it away, it makes the emotion get bigger and bigger, because the emotion is like it's tapping on you. It's tapping on you, and you can't. It starts a little bit of a tap first. You can't quite hear it. Taps louder. Still can't. You still don't want to hear it. Keep pushing away. Drink some alcohol. Have lots of food. Try to numb. It's like, oh, you're not really there. It has to make it louder to be heard, because it's the message inside that emotion that is actually going to balance you. The peace that you want comes from meeting that emotion to help it integrate and balance inside you. And that balance may require the message inside there to make a big change in your life, to cut out a certain relationship that's toxic maybe. Then we get more understanding of how to have healthy boundaries, healthy relationships. So there's a lot of intelligence and wisdom inside our emotions. And that's 2 really easy techniques. And just 2 questions we're using. What is the wisdom of this emotion, or why you're here? What's the understanding I need? So along those lines. And what's the step? What are the steps, or what's a step I need to do to balance, to work with this emotion?